কইরাছে ওলালি মধু তারা বলল শুধু মোর কি ও হাই রে প্রেমেদি দুজন মরা সখিয়ে মেন মরা ও মইল না শুধু প্রেম তো মরে না প্রেম করিয়া প্রেমিক মরে শুধু প্রেম তো মরে না কইরাছে ওই সুনবী তার শোনে দুলে হাবিবি গো ওই প্রেমেদি দুজন মরা সখিয়ে মের মরা ও মইল না প্রেম তো মরে না কইরাছে ওই সুনবী তার শোনে দুলে হাবিবি গো ও বারো বছর দুলে হাবিবি খুদা জুয়ান হইয়া ও গেল না প্রেম তো মরে না কইরাছে ও জরা জরা সে প্রেমতি সুখাইয়া ও জরা রে কইরাছে ওই আইন নবী তার শোনে হাবিবি গো ও বারো বছর লগে খাইল খুদা লোবে প্রেমা ও চাইল না তারা শুধু রে প্রেমা চাইল না প্রেম কি মরে না প্রেম করিয়া প্রেম মরে শুধু প্রেম মরে না ও বসত পারি আর শুধু
প্রেমেতে দুজন মরা
কইরাছে ও মুসা নবী
আল্লাহর নাম পাগল হইয়া রে
কইরাছে ও মুসা নবী
Assalamu alaikum and hello. Welcome. My name is Tom Clues. I am the founder and artistic director of Crossing Borders Music, and my heart is full to be sharing this live stream with Rohingya music and Rohingya musicians and Rohingya stories, including some people and some music that is very near and dear to my heart. Including that last beautiful song, our first beautiful song. In fact, I took the video in the refugee camp a year and a half ago on my phone of that beautiful love song. So it's very close and dear to my heart, and it brings me great joy to be sharing this music tonight. I am joined by a wonderful scholar, Tomal Hossain, who is a doctoral candidate at the University of Chicago and actually very close to finishing and will soon be teaching in North Carolina. His dissertation and research topic focuses on the Tarana, which is a Rohingya style of music, which we'll hear much more about, and the Rohingya diaspora, and especially questions of nation, indigeneity, Islam, and statelessness. He's also a wonderful performer himself, specializing in music in the South Asian tradition, and a wonderful vocalist who I've heard live, incredible talent. Welcome, Tomal.
Thanks so much, Tom. It's such an honor to be here. My heart is full as well, and thank you all for tuning in.
I'm also joined by a wonderful Rohingya community member, now living in Chicago in the United States, resettled here as a refugee, Yasin Arafat, who works to serve his Rohingya community here in Chicago and the larger community of refugees and immigrants through his work and service. He is also a great translator, and will be filling in those dual roles of both translator and community member, sharing his perspectives. Welcome, Yasin.
Thank you so much for joining me. It's a pleasure to join with you all today. And I will be assisting with the interpretation of the song and the conversation with the Rohingya uncle and aunties who will be joining us pretty soon from the Rohingya refugee settlement camp from Cox's Bazar, Bangladesh. Thank you so much for welcoming me.
Thank you, Yasin. For those who may be tuned in, who may not know who the Rohingya are, would you like to give us a little overview of your community? Who are the Rohingya?
Thank you so much. The Rohingya are a Muslim ethnic minority from Myanmar and are widely regarded as one of the most persecuted minority in the world. Although we have lived in Arakan, Myanmar, for generations, we have been living in Myanmar for generations, and we are the indigenous people of Burma. But as you all may be aware of the civil war going on in Burma since long, we were disenfranchised during the 1982 citizenship law in Burma, and now Rohingya are one of the disenfranchised community in Burma who were stripped out of their citizenship law and other basic needs as well, and which made us actually stateless and stripped us from basic rights like freedom of movement, education, and all other needs that a human being need. And for decades, we have faced systematic discrimination, violence, and severe restrictions in our daily life. Our situation actually worsened drastically in 2017 when the military crackdown happened against Rohingya in Myanmar in 2017, which forces more than 700,000 Rohingya refugees to flee to our neighboring country, Bangladesh. And many of those witnessed unimaginable violence, including the destruction of our villages and the loss of our loved one, families, parents, brother, and sisters. And now there are over 1 million Rohingya refugees exiling in Bangladesh, Cox's Bazar refugee camp. And mainly in the Upper Credit camp in Cox's Bazar, actually, who has become one of the largest refugee camp in the world, recognized by the United Nations according to the population. And in the camp where the Rohingya people are living in Bangladesh, they face extremely difficult condition. They live in tarpaulin shelters with limited access to clean water, healthcare, education, and also other basic needs. And they are not allowed to work, and they are also restricted from their freedom of movement. They are in a very terrible situation, and also which actually made them dependent on humanitarian aid for survival. And the people who are exiling in Bangladesh, they are dependent on humanitarian aid, and many of the children are growing up without opportunities, without opportunities for education and for livelihood. And there are so many families who are continue to struggle with trauma, uncertainty, and with so many other problems. And some of the Rohingya people have also fled to other countries during the crackdown in Myanmar, actually, in 2020, in 2017. There are other Rohingyas who fled to Malaysia and India, Thailand during the crackdown that took place in 2017 against Rohingya in Myanmar. So there are a lot of Rohingyas in the neighboring countries who are exiling, and some of them are in detention center, and some of them are in different places who are living as a refugee who sought refuge actually in different countries. So this is a little bit of the Rohingya people. This is just a quick overview of what the Rohingya are.
Thank you, Yasin, so much for sharing. It's important to honor this story of the Rohingya people and recognize all the traumatic events that you and your community have endured, while also recognizing the strength and resilience of the Rohingya people and the human capacity and potential in the community also. So thank you again, Yasin. I really appreciate your powerful words.
Thank you so much. So the beautiful song that we just listened, the song that was sang by Auntie Mustafa, who will be joining us pretty soon. I just want to give you a quick overview of what that song's mean, actually what she sang in the song. So that's the song that we have just listened is talking about the love of Yusuf Nobi, Prophet Yusuf, and Zulaika, how they are love was a strong, patient, and tested over time. And it is saying that love should be like theirs, sincere, faithful, and endless, and everlasting, actually. So even if lover passes away, true love doesn't die. It stay alive. It also compares love to the mercy of God, like how it falls on the mountain, quite powerful and everlasting. So the idea is that real love is something pure, something connected to faith. It is not just feeling, it is also patient, sacrifice, and trust in Almighty God. Even when we hear stories like Yusuf, or even Laila or Majnun, it reminded us that love is just a test. There is pain, distance, struggles, but at the same time there is beauty and hope. And in Islam, as Rohingya are Muslim, and is we believe in faith. In Islam, love can even become a form of worship when it is honest, for the sake of Allah, God. So what the song is actually saying is that actually the main message of the song is that true love doesn't disappear. People may leave this world, but love remains in memories, in prayers, and in the mercy of God. This is just a quick overview of the song that we just listened.
So beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. It really adds to our understanding of such a beautiful song with such a beautiful message at its core. Speaking of Rohingya music, Tomal, you are an expert in this subject. What is the role of Rohingya music in the Rohingya community?
Well, I don't know if I can do as good an overview as Yassine to kind of summarize the Rohingya people's story, or to summarize Rohingya music and the role that it plays in a Rohingya society is no simple task. I mean, it's difficult enough to summarize any single people's musical traditions or their roles in society. But I guess I can just share my own experience of doing field work among Rohingya refugee musicians in the camps, and what I've been able to kind of learn specifically in the Rohingya refugee camps of Bangladesh, and what I've been able to learn about Rohingya musical traditions and contemporary practices as well. From my understanding, most Rohingya musical traditions are oral traditions, especially the older generation of Rohingya people. Most of them are not able to read and write in any language, and so traditionally musical practice has been passed down and performed orally. There are many really rich folk traditions that are to some extent becoming less and less frequent, less and less frequently heard because of so many restrictions that people face in refugee camps, and then also back in Arakan in Myanmar today because of the political situation that is ongoing there. But these folk traditions include really rich repertories of boatmen's songs known as Baitalli, farmers' songs and harvest songs and planting songs that are known as Ailashiari, a whole host of religious songs that are usually categorized as Qawwali, and they have a very particular function in weddings, and mystical songs within the Islamic tradition, specifically an indigenous order of Sufism from the kind of southeastern part of Bangladesh, bordering Myanmar as well, called the Maizbhandari order, which is also very popular and entails lots of sonic ritual and musical practice. And so those songs are very popular. And most recently, the Rohingya sort of like soundscape has been dominated by what's called tarana. And tarana is difficult to kind of define in a single term in English. I oftentimes will sort of gloss it as anthem, but basically it's any kind of song that centers the Rohingya nation or the Rohingya homeland of Arakan in one way or another. And so a tarana could describe the kind of migration story or stories of displacement of the Rohingya people, or they could describe conditions in resettlement or conditions in limbo in the refugee camps, once again, related to the Rohingya people sort of in total. Oftentimes they're reflexive, and so the first person plural point of view is taken by the singer and oftentimes is sort of directed at the Rohingya people reflexively. So, oh, Rohingya people, such and such, we are the Rohingya people, we are from here, we have been through this, and also we have future aspirations for X, Y, and Z. So the past, the present, and the future is, discussed in many ways, and so it's become really critical to, I think, spreading awareness of issues that are facing the Rohingya, also for the propagation of Rohingya national consciousness, also for educational or didactic purposes. So yeah, I would say that traditionally there are a whole host of genres of Rohingya music that fulfill particular social roles, and also religious, they have religious functions, but today Tarana in particular has taken on this really massive significance for the sort of like political and social and artistic life of the Rohingya people in very many ways. And so I'll leave it at that for now. And I think we're going to be listening to quite a few of these taranas in particular. So
Indeed. Thank you, Tomal. I asked you an impossibly broad question, which you answered beautifully and heroically. I really appreciate it. We are so very fortunate now to have joining us live from the Rohingya camps in Cox's Bazar, Bangladesh, the woman you heard just now singing beautifully, Kamal Mustafa. She is an in-demand singer, songwriter, and a harmonium player. She's collaborated with countless non-governmental organizations, including the Rohingya Cultural Memory Center, which is located in Cox's Bazar, run by the IOM, a branch of the United Nations. And we are so fortunate to welcome with us Auntie Mustafa. Welcome, Auntie Mustafa. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam. Shukriya.
Shukriya. How are you, Auntie?
Tumi কেন আছো আন্টি? কেমন আছো না?
Gomasi.
Yes, I'm good.
Would you like to share with us a little bit about yourself?
Shukriya alfamati join edian Allah onor zindagir baboti ba onor nijor baboti kesu share kori pariba na aralere daro onor naam garam ba ঠিকানা onor zindagir babote tura kori or area
তো ইয়া শুরু করতাম না
জি শুরু করি পারিবা
তোলে আরা আইছিদি আরা আইকাপ আরা মাগে হাড়া দেশ আইকাপ
জি onor নাম লইতে শুরু করি পারিবা onor নাম onor হরিয়ার
আর নাম হইতে উস্তাদ কামাল মুস্তাফা তোলে আরা এডে মত কামাজে ফন্না হইতাম গুরা থাকি তো ফন্না হইতে এডে গো মলে সবাসি মলে সব এডে তারানা শিকার শিকার আরারে তো শিকাইলে আই এ মতা দুই মতা হলে আই আবার বেগুনরা আই কি পারি আই তারা শিখাইতে পারি তো আর দাদা যাইয়ের হদে আর নাতি উস্তাদ কামাল মুস্তাফা এর নাম দাদাইয়ের নাম তুই নিয়ান আর আজ জুগুরে তুই দাদাই তোলে ফন্না ভরি বাদে এড়ে আর গা সে শিখাই এড়ে সের গোল দে ইন্দিলে সমসুদুল হাতম বদরে থুজাতম এসে নূরে খুদা সরোয়ার রে কলমে মেফুকাইল্লাল্লাহ এ শেরি বারা শিখাই থেকে বাদে সাবাসে আর তোমাদের ফোন হইজ আর সাবাসে গরম মাঝে গলি যায় আর মাওয়া গুড়া হালে হ্যাঁ আর মাওয়া গুড়া হালা
এদ্র মাতি অনে ইয়া বাদে মোমর ফার জিয়ান আসিয়ান আব্বার হইও আগে এডে যেহেতু অন্য মানুষজন আছে তো তারার এই জিনিসটান কি হদ দিয়ে বুঝাই দিয়া পড়িব
আচ্ছা দাও দাও
Okay, thank
আর
you
কে
so
করে
much.
এঙ্গুরি বেদ দিয়ে
Okay, thank you so much. Her name is Mustafa Kamal Mustafa. She is originally from Burma, Myanmar, and she is a Rohingya. So when she was back in Myanmar, she used to go to Islamic Center to learn about Islam, to learn about the basics of Islam, and to read Islamic book. So there was the Islamic teacher who teaches them a song like a Islamically and like a traditionally kind of related song to the culture. That was taught at the Islamic Center where she used to go when she was a kid back in Burma, Myanmar. And during that time, her name was picked by her grandfather as Mustafa Kamal. Her grandfather actually oversees her and drops her off at the Islamic Center and goes there with her. So, which is kind of created a very good connection and loves between the grandpa and the granddaughter. So he named her as Mustafa Kamal Mustafa during her times at the Islamic Center where she used to go to learn about Islam and to read Islamic books. জি মামি শুক্রিয়া তুমি এ বাদে রইতে শুরু করি পারিবা
এই আর ইয়ান বুঝা দিছ অনেক হতো
জি জি
আছে
এ বাদে
আর
তো শুরু করি পারিবা
আর মারা ঘুরা থাকতে আর মামা মরিবে ভাই বোন কজন 5 জন বোন 7 জন ভাই বোন তো আর ডনে না আর হরদ দিবালাই হরদ দিবালাই বাদে 2 বছর বাদে আতে বাচ্চা গই ওই বাদে এড়ে আর মরতান মধ্যে বাইলওয়া এটা আর তো অনুষ্ঠানও বউ আনলেওয়া বিয়ার মাঝে মাগিলিয়ে অনুষ্ঠান করে হারমোনি বাজা আর তুই বেশি সুন্দর লাগে আর তো খুশি লাগে ইঙ্গুলি আর যাই আর ফয়েন্দের বাপি আর লুজা হেড়ে আর সাইম বইয়াম হলে ফয়েন্দের বাপে আর লুজা হেড়ে ইন দেখা আর তো খুশি লাগে তারপর সে ঘুরতে 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 সন্ধে আর দেশের মাঝে খুলি তোরা শুরু দিয়ে অনেক না আসা কলে মানুষ
জি মামি এদর মাতিয়া পারিবা ন Okay, there are 5 siblings, 4 sisters and 1 brother. When they grew up, they got married. So while practicing the culture and the tradition in the Rohingya community, she sees that when people get married, actually, there are singers who sing traditional songs and play harmony and mandolin and some different sort of musical instruments in the day of wedding. So when she sees that, she is pretty interested into learning about those things like how to play musical instrument and how to sing some. She sometimes goes there to see how they do those things because she was passionate about singing songs and learning how to play musical instrument. জি মামি বাদে শুরু করি পারিবা না
হরদ দেফালে আতো বাসো গই এরা এটা কুলি ধরি পুলিশে মিলিটারি লুজা গই আর মানুষ আর নয় নিলা মানুষ বেশি নোয়ানি তো আর হদে চলো যাই গই গরু চল আসিল জাহা খাই দূর তাগিয়ে গই চলে হাজার চল তাগিয়ে গই গরু কম বেশি ওয়ানু সানু না আর হর লই আর হরিবার লই আরা বেগুন হড়াগি গই বাংলাদেশ রাজের গই
জি মামি তোমার বাংলাদেশত আগে গৈ দিয়া হিসাই ইবা বাদে আর বাংলাদেশত আই বাদে হিসাই বা শুরু করিবা দিলি ন জি ওকে আফটার মামি তিয়া ন আগে জিনিস ইয়ান শেষ হোক না শেষ হই বাদে তুমি শুরু করি পারিবা
মানে আর কইতো কোশ্চেন
জি 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 okay after she got married she got a baby. And then while her stay in Burma after marriage, like after a few years of her marriage, she witnessed that people are being forcibly taken by Burmese military to their offices and different kind of places where they were deployed to for their duties. So they came to the villages and took people by force to do forced labor and to help them with their stuff, which is very inappropriate because there is no any systematic way to help them, because there is no any agreement, or there is no any sort of like a verbal consent or anything. They just force people to go with them and work with them voluntarily without any payment and in a very appropriate way. In case if anyone says no to their questions, then they just start beating them. So when she witnessed all this kind of operation and atrocities against the Rohingya people, she also witnessed some other violence that took place in Arkhane state against Rohingya. Was that the military burned people's houses and invade their property and just take away their animals that they used to pet back in home. When they started this kind of extortion, one thing came to her father's-in-law's mind was that they were not safe in Burma. They should start to seek their own journey for their safety and for a better future. So when that idea came to her father's-in-law's mind, they collectively discussed to leave Burma, Myanmar, and to sell their property and to sell their animals that they had at home and leave Burma, Myanmar, and start a new journey to anywhere that they see for a better future. And they finally made a decision to flee to Bangladesh to escape those kind of atrocities, operation, and extortion in Burma. So they sought refuge in Bangladesh. জি মামি তই বাদে বাংলাদেশত আইবা আদালতি হই ফারিবা ওয়াই বলা
আরা আরা রাখিয়া পুতুর আর একটা গাটে খালি বলো আর গো খালা মুরা আছে মুরার মাথা তো রাস্তা আছে গাটে খালি গাম পারায় আর দুজা সর হাঁড়ি 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 এরকম ডালা আছে ইবার মাঝে মাছ তো বেশি ডাকাতি করি ফেলাই মাছের পাঁচ যাইয়ে মাছে তো ওয়া নিয়া নোয়া সোনা চাঁদি ঠিয়া পয়সা যা আসিল তা লব লাগে আর লরা আর ধুরি 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 ঘর লাম্বি গই দুজা সরম মাঝে লাম্বি গই দুজা সরম মাঝে কত মাসে আয় জাল ঠান্ডা মানুষ হওয়া এছাড়া আয়ের আনারা চুরালি তো মত কত টিয়া আসিল এর বছর গলা আলবিলন দিয়া টিয়া গৌরব বেশি দেওয়া টিয়া লবলে চুলাই মতো লবলে তো আমি তো ওয়ান্ডার বাপ ওদের লগই আমার দিয়া দে টিয়া দেহলা আর টিয়া গুণ দেবলাই এত বন্ধু আয়া গরু বেশি দেওয়া টিয়ার বন্ধু দেবলাই তাই এরা আনা লাইমে গই এটা আই কি গেছে যাস আই মুরা হাড়ি 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 3 দিন থিরাই আড়া বুঝা না তুন আনি বাদে এটা ইন্দলা খালো গিয়ে গই ওরে কেন আয় তাকে চাই
জি জি ঠিক আছে এখন ঠিক আছে হই পারিবা
তো আবার আরা কি গুজি আরা ইয়া মজা আইরে বাদ দুয়ার পারা মাঝে গলি বাদ দুয়ার আনিয়ে খাইয়ে আরা আবারও রাইতা আড়ি দে সরে আড়ি আইতে 3 দিন থিরা থাকতি আরা এটা গাড়ি তারি নাই দুজা সরে দিওয়া এতো বাত দুজা সরে তুই বর্মাইয়া হওয়া হইবাইলে পারিবি অত মুরার খাসা আই দের দুজা সরিয়া আইরে তাবাসে নাকন দিয়াম মাঝে পারাই এর নেট না ভর টুড়াম মাঝে লামি হেডে মানুষ আরো বেশি আছে মানুষ বারমাতা সেদে মানুষ বেশি আছে তলে এই তারা বেগুনি আর মাঝে কাঠ বানার তাই আনার জুতা করে দিল আর কতদিন জুতা করে 3 জুতা করছি আর 10-12 জন মানুষরে হজুরা করছে 3 জোড়া করছি আর একদিন আর দিয়ে উতারা দিয়ে তারা কেন তারি হ্যাঁ তুলতে হাঁড়ি আই গাড়ি সরে পড়ে তো সরি না পারি গাড়ি না তুলতে হাঁড়ি ভরে তুলে আসি ইয়া মজা এরা আরো দি বুঝে আছে দুবা হে তো ইতারা আরা হইছে আরো রহ দে আর বোঝেন বেগুন বসিয়া তোরা চলতে বেছিলে আর কিছু বেচাও না ওতে বেচা নকরিব এই তোমারা আরো তাইও উচারা হদা আরো তাইও উচারা হদা আরো তাইও চলে কিনা নপরে আর দোয়া বাদ দিয়ে বাদ তো হাই আড়ি 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 রঙ্গা হালি হদে এটা বাংলাদেশের রঙ্গা হালি মারি গি মুরা বুতরে এটা কিছু নাই বানা মানুষ বাদে কিছু নাই এটা গত্তর কিছু নাই কাল মাজা মাজা মানুষ তো আরা বইটা কি মুরা তো কদুন ফেঁচা মুজা হাড়ি আনি কি গুজে আর ওরে তাই রিয়া তুলে দিয়ে রে থাকি বাদে তু আবার হরে নিয়ে গই আরে উকিয়া লগি এরে 2 বছর 3 বছর থাকি এরে রুকিয়া থাকি আবার এরা নিয়ে ইয়া জিয়ত আসিয়া কথা করিয়া ইয়া মজা নিয়ে আনিয়া রে তো ফাইন্দার বাপ আবার হরে গিয়ে আবার ভরমাত গিয়ে বন গাতা গিয়ে বনলা 10-12 7 বছর 5 বছর 6 বছর বাদে 6 বছর বাদে হরে গিয়ে বনলা আবার আনতে গিয়ে বন গাড়ি ফালে এসে বন গাড়ি গর্বিতা আসি বনি বা এবার লাগিয়ে এবার লাগিয়ে আর নয় এর তাই আর নয় এটা এফুয়া দিয়ে আয় দুগুরে খাই রাশন কোনো নকুলা আয় দুগুরে খাই তো খাইতে এটা আর মনে শিখে ওয়ান ডে কি শিখে আর মনে শিখে রে আর তো বিশ্বাস শান্তি লাগা দোয়া কে নাই দোয়া তো মা বাপ কে নাই বাপ নাই মায়ে নাই বোনে কে নাই হর গায়ে মরি গই হরি ভাইয়ে মরি গই এটাই তো বাসুর আসি দি ভাইয়ে মরি গই ওখানে অননা আসি দি ভাইয়ে মরি গই তোর ফাইনাল বাবার খবর কুলি নিয়ে গে বড় বর্মাত আর নয় মরি গই তাই হাদি আই ওদে এত গই আতে বেশি টেনশন লাগা না কি গুজি আই আর মনে শিখুম গরটিয়া গদনা টিয়া দিয়া বড় 60 টিয়া ধরে
জি মামি কে তুমি শুক্রিয়া তোমার হতা হইয়দে রুবুত তো তুমি আরমনি বাংলাদেশে তাইরে সেটেল হইও পর্যন্ত থাকো নে তো আরমনি শিক্ষা দিয়ান আবার হইবা দেরি আই জিনিস ইয়ান ক্লিয়ার করি বাদ হইবা দেরি আরমনি শিক্ষা দিয়ে হইতে দিয়া বুঝছো না Okay, so this history is a little bit about how she crossed borders to flee to Bangladesh. So this is a little bit about what she faced on her way to Bangladesh. So she was living in Aikab in Burma. This is a town called Aikab in Burma. So after witnessing all these extortion, violence, and atrocities, persecution in back in Burma, Myanmar, they all decided to leave Burma and sought refuge in Bangladesh. So when they made their journey toward Bangladesh, it took them 3 days to walk across the border to reach Bangladesh. So during their journey toward Bangladesh, they faced extortion on the way. There were some people who approached them and kind of forced them to give all their belongings to those people who went there to rob them. So they witnessed some robbery on their way to Bangladesh. And after facing all these extortion and robbery on their way to Bangladesh, they arrived in Naikondia. This is a place in Bangladesh, Naikondia Teknaf, where they first arrived. And they met other people from Burma who also made their journey to Bangladesh to sought refuge. So they met their villagers and some other people in Bangladesh, in Naikondia, where there were some offices that helped them to make some family attestation, which is sort of an identity for refugees, for those who seek refugees in Bangladesh, actually. So there were some offices that helped them to make some family attestation card to recognize them as refugees in Bangladesh. And from that place, they were taken from that place to where she is currently living, which is Kutupalong, close to here, where the Rohingya refugee camp is located in. So They all were settled in Kutupalong, where she has been living for over 30 years. So she has been living there with her families. So I will let her continue about her journey as a Rohingya musician or singer. Ji, tôi onara Kutupalang asho, ji Kutupalang asho, Shunda Jahata to Kutupalang Aiba, the onara settled the Lula, settled the Luba, the honor Ganar Babotizian, Toranar Babotizian, Hotosayo, the Ian Hoipariba.
এখন মাইশুয়া আর শিকার একজন শিকার দে চারজন ওই আতবে গন্নলার আতবে কিছু গন্নলার আই আর মনে বাজার আই গিয়ে তার আই আগে দুয়ারতি এরিয়া নে দুয়ারতি আই সাইরা আগে তোরা হন শিখে হদা আই শিখে দিতারা শিখেছে কার একজন হতে তুই শিখিবি না আহ দো শিখুম শিখলে হতে ঠিয়া হতে 60 আদর লাইব ইয়া 60 গরম মাঝে এটি হতো না ইয়া হরে গরতে এটি হতো নাই 60 লাইব আমার 60 এখন হরে দিও তো ফিজো তো দিম ধরে আর রাশন ফাইলে বেশি আরে দিম দিরে তোরা ঠিয়া আজ রাশন বেশি আরে দিম দিরে ঠিয়া তোরা 60 ঠিয়া না হদে ঠিয়া হদে এখন হদে এড়ে ওরে দিয়া ভরি ভিতরে দিয়ে তো আই ওটা কান কেটি কইছিলাম হরে মুরা হাজার এড়ে বুন্দা 5 টিয়া হন্দুগা 10 টিয়া হন্দুয়া 5 টিয়া এমরি বেশি দারগা বেশি এড়ে বেঙ্গম মাঝে 5 টিয়া একদম বেঙ্গম মাঝে বাঙ্গি দে 60 হইয়ে বেঙ্কইবা বাঙ্গি আর মনে লাগে দিও মারা আর মনে হলো হদি খাই আর মনে হলো হদি খাই ইয়াম বসি বইরা আতি আব্বা দারি খানা না তো স্যার আদিজি দইরে সুর লইয়াই আর দইজি মোটর আই কি আতু সুর আই তো ইবে দেখা দিয়ে লম্বর 2 নম্বর গাড় দেখা দিয়ে তো আই লম্বর 2 নম্বর ধরি আই তো ইবা কি গজে দইজি বাদে ও কত ঠিক আছে তুই হতে পারিবি ও হতে গান গাছ হই হাই হতে গান হন্দিলা গান হতে গান গা বুড়ি গান নগালে হতে ডান মনে বাজানো পারিবা তোমার গান শুন লই আর মনে শুনলে খুব গানা সা বুড়ি ভঙ্গি আমা মন ফাঁকি রে বুঝাইলে সে বুঝে না মন ফাঁকি রে বুঝাইলে সে বুঝে না সফর মানে না ও মন ফাঁকি রে বুঝাইলে সে বুঝে না ও সুগর জলে বুকের আগুন নিভে না শুধু মানে না ও মন ফাঁকি রে বুঝাইলে সে বুঝে না গানিবা দিয়ে আরে আয় গানিবা 3 দিন গানিবা আবার বুঝালি আয় 15 দিন বাদে কি হয়ে গিয়ে আসি কি আয় গাইয়ে পারি বাইয়ে পারি তো তো মনের কি গিয়ে পুরানি টেনশন মেনশন আসিনি সা ঘুরে দু যাই তো কোনো কিছু পেরেশান লাগলে আয় হার মনে হলে আয় কদিন গান গাইলে আর কদিন ইসার গান আছে ইসাইয়া গান আছে আর তো কদিন ইন গাইলে আর তো মন শান্তি একটা বুঝাই দি ছাড়া ডালা
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so after settling in the Kutupalong refugee camp in Bangladesh, she got to meet four people. They were musicians and singers who executed an initiative to teach the Rohingya people how to play music and how to sing song. So she got to meet those 4 individuals in the Kutupalong camp when she arrived in Kutupalong actually. So she approached them and expressed her interest in learning about music and about the musical instrument, how to play them. She approached them and talked about to join them to learn music and instrumental musical instrument, like harmony, and they appreciated her for her interest in learning about music, because she was a female, and there was a very unimaginable obstacle that she faced. Was that there was a fee of 400 Bangladeshi taka, which she couldn't afford in order to join them. So she needed to pay that amount of money in order to join them, which she couldn't afford at all. And there was no any clue for her to kind of convince them to pay it later. So she had a farm, like an agricultural farm of vegetables in the countryside, and there were a lot of vegetables that she could sell, and she sold vegetables from her farm and saved some money to afford the fee. And after a few days, she could save the amount of money that she was needed to pay as a fee to join the music team, to learn about music and the harmony. And fortunately, she joined the team. And on her first day with the team, they wanted her to start using the mandolin and the harmony, like how to play the harmony, like serial by serial and number by number. There are different kind of digits that she needs to press. So she was being taught about those digits, and when she started using the harmony, they were very, very excited and very surprised, because it was very unparalleled. Because being a woman, she got to know how to use a harmony. She was actually pretty smart when even in her first day with the team. So she got to play the way they told her to play, right? And her first assignment was a song about like a, what should I say, like an imaginary bird, like a bird of heart. So this was a song named as a imaginary bird, or a bird of heart. So this is the name of song. That was her first assignment with the team, to sing the song along with the music as well. And they also told her that if she doesn't sing the song, and there is no use of learning about the harmony, because what she is going to do if she only plays the harmony but doesn't sing song. So when they told her about that, she also started singing song, and her first assignment was the song called Heart, the Bird of Heart. So she started singing that song, and after 15 days, she was pretty expert on that song, and she could sing the song in a very good way, the way it should be sang. And after 15 days, she could sing that song along simultaneously playing the harmony as well, which was really unparalleled.
Thank you so much for sharing your story with us, Auntie Mustafa. Bishi shukriya, bishi shukriya. We will now hear a song, a tarana, by our next guest, Uncle Liyakat Ali. But before he joins us, let's hear his tarana, O Rohingya Zati Bai, O Rohingya brothers and sisters, never forget your homeland, Arakan.
an bagda darheta o Rohingya zati bai ekan hota hoitam tai akanore mogo Rohingya zati bai akanore mogo Rohingya zati bai Mura pera adi arkan ara gojizat Mabbar maye boli ara tu bokor batua Mura pera adi arkan ara gojizat Mabbar magoli ara tu bokor batua Rohingya zati bai ekan hota hoitam tai akanore no Rohingya zati bai akanore no Rohingya zati bai arkan deshur sairo kulsum tori ar hasa maze maze mura pera aite sundalla arkan deshur sairo kulsum tori ar hasa maze maze mura pera aite sundalla Rohingya zati bai kan hota hoitam tai akanore no Rohingya zati bai akanore no Rohingya zati bai Odor oile bai kusur gan puna bai Sanir koja raja dile foran Torilan durai Odor oile bai kusur gan puna bai Ore sanir koja raja dile torilan durai Rohingya zati bai ekan hota hoitam tai akanore no Rohingya zati bai arkan deshur ore poche onyo deshur kara puje Rohingya zati ekun deshur arkan deshur ore poche onyo deshur kara puje Rohingya zati ekun deshur Rohingya zati bai ekan hota hoitam tai akanore no Rohingya zati bai akanore no Rohingya zati bai Mashallah, mashallah. Yeah.
Wonderful. So that was Rohingya Zati Bai by Brother Liyakat Ali. Yasin, would you like to share a few words about that song?
Yeah, of course. Before we welcome Uncle Liyakat Ali, I just want to share a quick overview of the song that we just listened. So, all Rohingya Zatibai mean all Rohingya national brothers. So let me just share just a quick overview of the song that we just listened. So Uncle Liyakat Ali wanted to share something very important with the Rohingya brothers, and is that never forget forget Arakan. Arakan is a state where we Rohingya mostly were located in back in Burma, Myanmar. It's a state where most of the Rohingya were located in. So he just wanted to share one important message with the Rohingya brother is that never forget Arakan, always remember it, and continue and he encourages the Rohingya brothers to continue learn about it. Arakan is the land of our ancestors, the place where our generations were born and raised. It is our home, a place where we have worked hard to build and belong to. But today we are being told likewise, the military is claiming that Arakan belongs to them and is trying to take it away from us. That despite this, we know the truth in our heart is that Arakan is ours and it belongs to us. So Arakan is a beautiful land surrounded by seas, mountains, and it has rivers, hills, and natural beauty that reflect its beautiness and the richness. When we wake up in the morning, back in home in Arakan, we hear the songs of birds. We hear that birds sing song, and it fills our heart with peace and a hope for a new day. So he also wanted to the main thing that he wanted to share in that song to the Rohingya brother is that he asked all the Rohingya brother to not forget Arakan and keep it in their heart, remember its beauty, its memory, and its legacy, and never lose their connection to the homeland, Arakan. So this was the quick overview of the song that we just listened, and our uncle Liyakat Ali is with us.
Beautiful. Thank you, Brother Yassin. So it is my great honor to welcome Uncle Liyakat Ali, a wonderful and storied Rohingya musician currently living in Cox's Bazar, Bangladesh. He is a singer, songwriter, and mandolin player, and he's taught a generation of younger students. He once told me, "In the camps, everybody is waiting for death. We may die today or tomorrow. Our younger generation must know how to play our instruments so our culture stays alive. Every community in the world has a music culture. In the face of people who deny our very existence, our Rohingya music culture is a testament to our place in the world." Please welcome Uncle Liyakat Ali.
Assalamu alaikum uncle. Tomara shukriya beshabuchi. Tai our life maze onara restap kar.
Shukriya.
Shukriya, Bishi Shukriya. Would you like to tell us just a little bit about yourself and the role of music in your life?
जी शुक्रिया आनार माथे join या नला बोली तै आरा अनरे दिलो टेस्ट बर गरिर आरार लाइफ माजे तै अनर बाबुते आर अनर माने थराना गदे थराना गा शुरू गजदे थरानार बाबुते अनर तुरामुरा किछु होई पारिबाने बेशी लम्बा गरि होना करिबो बाट्टा गरि अनर बाबुते आर अनर थरानार सफर यानर बाबुते रिया आरारे किछु होई दाहोना
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Ailam de Arkanor Mongdu uttore napurat ar namulli Liyakat Ali. Tole ai গান গাইতে প্রায় 1987 মাঝে 87 ইংরেজি মাঝে আই এক জায়গা মাঝে আর পুকুতু একখান গিয়া আছে তখনও আই গান গাইর দে 1987 মাঝে তলে একখান গরম ইয়ালতি আই গান গাইতে আর উস্তাদ এখন বর্তমানে বাংলাদেশত রেফুজির ক্যাম্পত কুতুফালং আছে বর্তমান আজও আছে মানে বেশি সড়া হালে লতি আই গান গাইর মেডেলিং বাইর এখন বেশিরভাগ আর শাড়ি থুয়াই নকল এরা আছে তলে বাইনা ইয়াসিনে হইন ফাইলিও থমল বাইয়ে হই পারে আর শাড়ি থুয়াই বেগুনা আছে দিহিন তলে এক জায়গার মাঝে বিয়াত গিয়ে হেড়ে তইলে 90 রুগ জিবারে ফুজি আইছে এডে 97 মাঝে হে মানুষ আইজ আর গইতে সময় হি ভালোইরে আই এক গরম মাঝে বিয়াত নিয়ে আর বিয়াত গান গাইতে এডে আর গান গাই দি হন্ন चल उड़ जा रे पंछी के अब ये देश हुआ बेगाना चल उड़ जा रे पंछी গান ইবা গায়রার মাইকম মাঝে স্পিকার মাঝে গান গায়রার তলে কিন্তু গাঁটি তু লুন্টিং আয়রে আর দরিলগি দেখি আল্লাহ তুই মানুষ জারগই দিয়ে হেডে গান ইবা কি আল্লাহ গাইয় হ্যাং হইরে গান ইবার মাঝে নাইঙারি আছে তুই মানুষ বেগুনরে যাই বললা দাওয়াত দর দিনে কেন হইরে আরে গলায় ফেলাই ইয়ান বুঝাই দিয়ে এলা ইয়াসিন
Okay, thank you. So the guest that we have from Cox's Bazar refugee camp, he goes by Liyakat Ali. He is originally from Napura, Mongdo, Burma, Myanmar. Napura is a village where he was located in. So he started his journey as a Rohingya musician or Rohingya singer in 1987 when he was in Myanmar. So he started practicing music and harmony and mandolin as well. He was trying to learn how to use mandolin and harmony, and also trying to learn how to sing song in a very appropriate way and professional way. So once upon a time, he was invited in a wedding ceremony where he was requested to sing a song. While people were leaving, like it was almost people were trying to wrap up the wedding ceremony because it was maybe at night, like kind of midnight. So people were just kind of wrapping up. So people didn't have the belief and compassion in him, in Uncle Liyakat Ali, that he could sing a song. But someone just requested him to sing a song, and he started singing a song in Hindi. And when he started singing the song, the people who were trying to go back home, they came back to the stage, to the place, to the stage where he was singing the song. They came back after listening the lyric of the song. So they all came back and took their seat and I started listening to the song while Uncle Liyakat Ali was singing. So it was actually on the mic, on the speaker. He was singing on the speaker. The sound of the song was really loud. It spread across the villages and across different places, actually, because it was nighttime and it was very loud. So the lyric of the song went to the that was spread actually to the military, actually, who oversees the country, who oversees the villages. So when they heard that song that he was singing, they came to the place, the stage where he was singing the song, and they condemn him. They accuse him of saying that the song that he sang contains politics, like political threat or political issues. That song actually they just accuse him of saying that the song that he sang contains the political issues, and they try to arrest him and abandon him from singing song. So I will let him continue with the next part. जी तो यह बात है कि ये होना मामू
তাহলে ইয়ার বাদে ইনতু নেলি তেলি আইরে আর হনো দেশম মাঝে তারানা তুরানা আর গাই নেওয়া পারি কারণ হিন্দি গান গাই দে দড়ি লগিলে গই আর তারানা হনো তো তারানা গাইলে তো মারি ফেলাইব থইলে তারানা তুরানা আর ন গাই থইলে বাংলাদেশম মাঝে আই যাইরে থইলে কিনা খনে গিয়ে আছে তারানা গা শুরু গজি দরিয়া বাংলাদেশম মাঝে আইরে তারপরে তারানা শুরু করি গাই ফারি দি সমাজে তারানা গাই নেওয়া পারি আই বলি ন দেশম মারি ফেলাইবো দড়ি ফেলাইবো এতল্লা তারানা দেশম মাঝে গাই নেওয়া পারি তারানা বেগুলো নারা বাংলাদেশম মাঝে তাইয়ের বিদেশ তাইয়ের গাই পারি দিয়া আনলে দেশম মাঝে গাই নেওয়া পারি
okay
এলা বুঝাই দিয়া
जी मामू जी 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 शुक्रिया so when he were back in Burma, Myanmar, along with other Rohingya singers, they had a very very strict restriction upon them on their journey as a Rohingya singer. They couldn't sing because of the restriction. And they were also abandoned from singing song because the Burmese military accused them of the song that they sing, saying that it contains the political issues actually. So this is the reason that they couldn't sing freely in their way. So after facing the genocide in Burma, they fled to Bangladesh in 1992 during the influx. It was the largest influx period to 2017 that happened 9 years ago actually. So before that one, it was the largest one, the largest influx of Rohingya fleeing Burma to Bangladesh. So after settling in Bangladesh, inside the refugee camp, the people who are passionate about singing song, he gathered with them, and they came up with an idea to initiate some new steps to sing song in the refugee camp, believing that song could express their feeling. Song could express the genocide, the atrocities that they face by the Burmese military back in Myanmar. So believing in that, in the song, believing that song could express their genocide rather than words and speech, they initiated the idea. They executed the idea to sing song, and they start singing song and go to different places and stage to sing song. And he has tons of students that he taught how to sing song and how to play mandolin and harmony. And Tamal also knows, he is also very aware of that he taught a lot of students, and he has a lot of students across the country.
Thank you so much. Speaking of the important role of documenting the Rohingya story and Rohingya stories, it's just so important. And what I see again and again is that we see music that shares Rohingya perspectives of who the Rohingya are, who we are as Rohingya, or who they are as Rohingya through music, and what our stories are as Rohingya. Not that I am Rohingya, but speaking from the perspective of a Rohingya musician. And what a great segue then to our next song that we would like to share with you, which is features Auntie Mustafa again, and this is a song about the persecution and genocide of the Rohingya people.
Assalamualaikum khala. Nazar.
Assalamu alaikum. Hada buzazad danane.
Assalamualaikum. Mami hata Nazar.
Mami hada buzay enne.
Acha acha.
Aye.
So, I was actually wondering, Auntie, if you can tell us a little bit more about your inspiration behind this song. When did you write it? Tell us about your process, how you feel when you sing it, how it's been received.
জি মামি শুক্রিয়া গানিবাদ আছে আর মুজিলিসর উগা মেইন গানের ভিতরে তারানার ভিতরে খেলা ইবা হাজগরি অনরা রোহিঙ্গা জুলুমর বাবুতে গাইও দে ভিতরা তো গানিবা গাইতি অনর খেলা গাইও তিয়া বাদে দিলম মাঝে কি রাখিওরে গানিবা গাইও আর তুমি গানিবা গাইবার আগতো ক্যাঙ্গরি লেখ্য ইয়া বাদে গানিবা গাইবল্লা অনরে হন জিনিস শানে অনরে দিলম মাঝে বাফানা ইয়ান দিয়ে দে হ্যাঁ তো গানিবা গন সাফল্লা এন হইরে জিনিসিয়ান সিন্দা বাফানা ইয়ান ক্যাঙ্গরি ফাইও তার গানিবা গাইবার আগতো অনত লেখানো করে না গানিবা ক্যাঙ্গরি লেখ্য হনলা করে গানিবা গাইয়া দিয়া শুধু গানিবার বাবতি কিনি করে আনারা হইদা হনা
কিনি করি নে এড়ে যেতাম মাঝে এড়ে গড় সবুরা দিবেলে গুড়া ফুয়াই ঠালা মাঝে মেলা মারে ফুয়াই লইজা না সাকাইয়ে গাঁতর ভিতরে পাড়া দিন দিলা বাজ্জাই এটা গাঁতর ভিতর দেখলে তো এড়া নফুনি না আর এড়ে ফুনি তো যেতাম মাঝে ফুনি দি বা গোয়া খারা না বানাই দি ইবা নিজে বাদে আর অন্তর তো আই লিখে নজানি আই অন্তর তো তারা না বানাই দিবা
Okay, so I came to Bangladesh over 30 years. Well, I'm just gonna go as she spoke there. So she came to Bangladesh over 30 years ago, and she lives in Bangladesh in the refugee camp before the influx in 2017. So when she heard of the genocide that took place in Burma in 2017, the military crackdown, she heard that babies, children were being thrown into the burn in fires, and houses were being burned into ashes, and a lot different kind of genocide were taking places against Rohingya in 2017. So when she heard about all those operations and atrocities against her community, Rohingya back in Burma, she brought up with an idea of singing a song about the genocide that was happening in Burma. So this is her creative ideas, and there is nothing to write and read in Rohingya, so she didn't write the song. When she came up with an idea of singing a song about the genocide in Burma, Myanmar in 2017, the words that she described in the song came from her heart, from the bottom of her heart. It was not written before, and there was no any pre-preparation or pre-plan about the song. It just came from her heart. So I think for the audience and for everyone who is listening to us, it might really be helpful for you all if I describe a little bit about the song and what she sang in the song. So this song is about the suffering of the Rohingya people. Actually, it says that the Burmese military burn their houses and threw children into the burning fire. And it also describes how the beautiful and golden Arakan, Arakan is a state of Burma, but they just mention Arakan in a state of Burma, because it is a place where most of the Rohingya are located in. So it describes how the beautiful and golden Arakan was reduces into ashes once full of life, and now it left in destruction. Actually, it says that women were subjected to terrible violence. Many of them couldn't survive the pain and the trauma that they endured by the Burmese military. And these songs also says that young men were taken from the villages, forced into hard labor, and killed if they refuse to obey what the Burmese military says them to do. Actually, and these songs also highlight about how they were stripped of their basic right to the point where they could even claim what was truly theirs, what was belonging to them, their land, their home, and their animals. And they couldn't say that those wealth or property belongs to them, because this is how the Burmese military treated them. So she described these feelings through this song as well. And it also says that many of the Rohingya people have been living in Bangladesh for over 30 years in the refugee settlement in Cox's Bazar, and they are still waiting, still struggling, and still suffering without proper platform. And there is no any right people or right platform for the singers like Auntie Mustafa Kamal to express their feeling. So and she also mentioned that in her song they are in search of getting the right people and the right platform to express their feelings. So this was the quick overview of the song that we just listened.
Thank you so much.
Shukriya.
Bishi shukriya Allah. When somebody shares their story with you, they honor you, and so you honor all of us by sharing your story and also the story of the Rohingya people affected by the genocide, and specifically the events of 2017, but the larger story as well. I would like to now introduce our next song. For a change of pace, let's switch it up a little bit, and let's now hear by Liyakat Ali, a little bit different than what we planned. This is "Oh Beautiful Darker-Skinned Woman, Your Face Glows Beautifully." And this is a love song. After such intense music, I think we could use a little change of pace. So please enjoy this song by Liyakat Ali.
সারানি কি আছে তারা দিল রাগে তারে আদর করি চাইব আল্লাহ বরান দিব খালা সারানি কি আছে তারা দিল রাগে তারে আদর করি চাইব আল্লাহ বরান দিব সুন্দর সুন্দর রানী মহাপত তো বেমানি সুন্দর সুন্দর রানী মহাপত তো বেমানি জিয়ান হইল হিয়ান মানে হালা গলার মালা জিয়ান হইল হিয়ান মানে হালা গলার মালা সুন্দরী তুই হালা মালা হালা হইলে হালা মালা জিয়ান হইবা জিয়ান মানে হালা গলার মালা জিয়ান হইবা জিয়ান মানে হালা গলার মালা সুন্দরী তুই হালা মালা হালা হইলে হালা মালা রাঙা সারানি কি আছে তারা দিল রাতে ইলত দিলত বেগুন কেড়া দিদা বাসা কাছে বেড়া রাঙা সারানি কি আছে তারা দিল রাতে দিলর দিলত বেগুন কেড়া ওয়া ভাই দিদা বাসা কাছে বেড়া সুন্দর সুন্দর রানী মহাপত তো বেমানি সুন্দর সুন্দর রানী মহাপত তো বেমানি জিয়ান হইবা ইয়ান মানে খালা গলার মালা সুন্দরী তুই হালা মালা হালা হইলে হালা মালা জিয়ান হইবা ইয়ান মানে খালা গলার মালা জিয়ান হইবা ইয়ান মানে খালা গলার মালা সুন্দরী তুই হালা মালা হালা হইলে হালা মালা সুন্দরী তুই হালা মালা রেশমি তুলো মালা রেশমি তুলো মালা রেশমি তুলো মালা
Thank you. Beautiful. Bishi Sundar. Yasin, would you like to share a bit about the words to that song, the lyrics?
Yeah, of course. This is one of the very inclusive song among the Rohingya community. I think this should be shared widely, even among the Rohingya community, because it has deep meaning in it. So this song expresses its message in a way that talks about beauty, love, and the heart. This song says that regardless of appearance or color, a person's true value comes from their heart. This song also highlights that those who are considered as a black or dark skin are beautiful and kind-hearted with love that is pure and sincere. It also says that real love comes from our heart, and that the people who love genuinely, love deeply and faithfully are those people who are black or dark skin. At the same time, the song tries to emphasize that the outer beauty is not what defines a person's personality, but rather their inner character, their kindness, and the way they love others. It also says that love should be honest, and pure, not based on appearance or not based on how they look like. And the important thing to understand about this song, and to be mindful of the words describing the people as ugly or comparing people in a negative way can be harmful. So a more respectful way to express the love would be focus on the idea that every person is beautiful in their own way. So this is what they try to express and highlight throughout the song, to give a feeling and an understanding to the minds of the people who are being criticized in the community, that even the people who are dark skinned are also beautiful. So people don't judge them based on their appearance and skin color. We all are beautiful. So this is just a kind messages that Uncle tried to spread in the community to the people who are kind of, disappointed, thinking about themselves that we are not beautiful. So this is a message to them. I think this is very important thing, because this is kind of an internal conflict that is going on in the society.
So thank you so much, Yassine, for that summary. And thank you so much, Uncle, for writing this really important song. This kind of takes us back to the initial conversation that we were having about the function of Rohingya music, or some of the roles that it plays. And I think, this really highlights the didactic or kind of educational role that music plays within Rohingya society. This is very common. I mean, there's so many topics that are covered, and this is a very important one. So I was actually just curious to hear more about your inspiration for composing this piece, and also your process.
जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम मामू तुम्हारा आबार तो तुम्हारा बेशा बेशी शुक्रिया गानी बा गायो दिया नमाजे आरा हन जे गानुन फुन्नी गानुन आरा जुलुमर बाबुते फुन्नी दुआ तो लेकिन समाजम माजे आजो आरा तु इनला इनला हदन प्रॉब्लम क्लासे जे प्रॉब्लम मिन आजो मानसो दिलम माजे আছে তো তোমার গানিবা দ্বারা তোর আমরা বদলা সদলা আইবো বলি আমরা আশা করি তো তোমার গানিবা তুমি কিল্লা হইরে গাইও তুমি হন জিনিস সম্ভাবি হরে গানিবারে গাইও আর গানিবা গাইবার প্রসেস এবারে লেখা হইলে লেখো বা দিলতু গাইলে গাইও তিবা হন জিনিস সম্ভাবি হরে গাইও খ্যাঙ্গুরি গাইও হনলা গরিয়রে গাইও তোর আমরা আরে শুধু গানিবার বাবদ জিনিস নাকা হইদা হনা বাইটা করি
আসসালামু আলাইকুম রাহমাতুল্লাহি ওয়া বারাকাতু তলে গান ইবা গাইদে পুদা বেগুলুন তারানা হনো কাম বড় কম মাঝে বসি হনো কানাম মাঝে গি বেগুন তারানা হনো বেগুন গাইলে সুন্দর নওয়া গান ওগো অন্ডিল্লা তুগা গ হেং হওয়া মানছিওয়া তলে হেন্ডিল্লা তুগা গাইলেও গা গ হেং হইলে এন্ডিল্লা ওগো গা হরুয়া তলে গাই বললা বলি কিনা হ ইবা লেখি দিয়া গান তলে লেখি দো অন্ডিল্লা ওয়া হালা মাইয়া হুয়াইন অন্তরবালা রাঙাগুনে বেড়াইন বেশি বাসে তলে হালাগুন একখানা ঘরত থাই যাগই তলে হালাগুনরে একখানা গরি তুলিয়রে ওগুয়া গান জুরাই দেওয়া
Ji, shukriya. So he goes to different weddings and invite to sing song. So sometimes people kind of pushes him to sing song regarding the conflict within the community, which is about the darker skin women. The women who are sort of darker skin are fall aside, fall behind, because they are those who are kind of pretty away from what they're gonna do in the future and from their marriage as well, because in the society the man tries to marry those who are beautiful, who are nicest, and the women actually who have darker skin and who are not nice, they are not getting proposal from the society or from the people to get married. So this is the reason that he thinks it would be very beneficial in the society to sing a song like this, so that the people can have a positive understanding that the women who are darker skin also have a good heart, have kind heart, have good characters. He witnessed a lot of discrimination based on their appearance or color. So that's why he dedicated this song to those who have this kind of mentality or mindset about the darker skinned women in the society. So to spread a positive message and a meaningful message in the society that the women who are darker skinned are also beautiful. They have good heart, they have kind heart, and they are also women like others. So this is the reason that he has spread these messages through his song.
And I noticed that he was looking down sometimes while performing. So I think he was looking at some lyrics. So I'm guessing that he had something written down. So I'm wondering in which script or which script he was using.
জি মামু, তুই তোমার তো গানিবার বাবতে গানিবার জিন স্ক্রিপ্ট আছে জিন লিখিবলত তুই মেহনত গজ্জ এরিয়া টাইমিয়া মাঝে তুই কিছু গানিবার বাবতে লিখিত আছে না তুই অহনো নাকি তোমার আতম মাঝে হাগজ টাগজ আছে মিকা তুই গানিবার বাবতে সদ দিনলা হনে কান ইবাই কিয়াল গজ্জ ভাল লাগে বলে তোমার দিনলা হনে লিখিয়া থেকে আছে না
আছে
ওকে হল তো লেখা আছে তো কি হইলা করে লেখা জান বাবু তো কিছু আনারা হই দেখো না।
আচ্ছা আবার দেখাইতাম না
নো জাস্ট মুগো হইলেও মুগো কিনি করে হইলেও।
আচ্ছা সুন্দরী তুই খালা তোর মুখর সেগা বালা হালা হইলেও হালা কিন্তু দিল্লান ইবার বালা হালা যারা আছে তারা দিলত ফেঁস নরাকে হালা যারা আছে তারা দিলত ফেঁস নরাকে যারে আদর করি চাইব থাল্লা ফরান দিব সুন্দর সুন্দর জালা দিলে চাইব থাল্লা হালাওয়াইয়ে ফরান দিব ইয়া সুন্দর সুন্দর রানী মোহাব্বতত সুন্দর গুণে মোহাব্বতত বেইমানি করে জিয়ার হইব হিয়ান মানে হালা গলার মালা।
I would just
সুন্দরী তুই হালা তোর মুখর সেগা বালা।
জি মামু, জি শুকরিয়া। Okay, Tamal, you can go ahead.
So I was just going to say, I think Yasin, you covered a lot of what he was just reiterating the lyrics, and I think Yasin, you covered most of the topics. I'm sorry, I was just wondering, was the song written using English letters or Bangla letters or Urdu letters? That was kind of my question before.
ওয়ান জানিবলা মনাছিল তো আর রোহিঙ্গা ইবাদে ভাষা নাই তো তুমি যেতে গানিবা গাইবলা হাগস মা লেখ্য দিন হন ভাষার মাঝে লেখ্য তুমি হন ভাষা হন ইস্তেমাল করতে।
আই লেখাপড়া উর্দু গজি দেওয়া।
It was written in Urdu.
I see. Okay, that's very interesting. Yeah, so I think what we were saying earlier is that a lot of Rohingya musicians will often sing from the heart is usually the expression. They will not refer to any written lyrics. And most of the time people are sort of semi-improvising or fully improvising. But in this case, I think we experienced a kind of fully pre-composed song that was written using Urdu script.
ওয়ানাল্লাহ ওয়াগে তো আরা তো যেহেতু ভাষা নাই আর বেশা তরানা জিন আসিন এর মাঝে দিলতো মুগতো গাই ফেলাই দেওয়া এলা যেহেতু লিখিব লাগো ভাষা নাই তো তুমি যেহেতু গানিবার স্ক্রিপ্ট লিখো তো হন ভাষার লিখো দে জিনিসটা আর তো জানিব লাজ লাগিল দেওয়া। জি শুকরিয়া মামু ন।
Shukriya.
Thank you. I would like to introduce our next video, a Rohingya classic, Osham Rangoon. This is a video that was taken from an event here in Chicago, organized by Brother Tomal, with the services of Yasin as well, was involved in that event, as was I, as a performer with another legendary Rohingya musician, Hamid, who now lives in Canada, who came to Chicago for this event. And the group sponsoring this live stream, which is supported in part through Illinois Humanities and sponsored by Crossing Borders Music. Crossing Borders Music has a core string quartet, so using European string instruments accompanying Hamid, who's playing mandolin and singing Osham Rangoon, a classic Rohingya folk song. So this will look and sound quite a bit different than our other videos. Let's please listen to this unique arrangement of Osham Rangoon. What a fond memory. Yassine, would you like to share about what this song is about and why it's important?
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much. This was a very great song and a very phenomenal song, I would say. It was sang in a symposium by a Rohingya singer from Canada. He was invited by Tom and some other fellows to a symposium to sing with us, and he sang this phenomenal song, which is really good. So I'm gonna talk about these songs. So this song is dedicated to a husband from his wife. So the wife is using some tactics to persuade her husband or to impress to her husband to stay with her at home, because he was planning to leave home and make a journey to Yangon to make money. So the wife is using some emotional plea to her husband, holding on to him with love, fear in her voices. So she says that, "Oh, my husband, please don't go to Yangon." Her words carries actually warmth and longing as she tries to keep him close, reminding him that they don't really need to chase more income when they already have a life together at home peacefully, right? So she gently tells her husband to stay together at home and return home with happiness side by side. She says whatever they have is enough at home, and she doesn't need expensive clothes like sharis or material things, because her true happiness is simply being with him rather than letting him go away from home and stay in Yangon. So she also said that her voice became actually more fragile when she confesses her fear of separation. She said that if she hears that he has already boarded into the airplane, her heart would break, and she feels as she might not survive the pain and she might even die. She is just using all these tactics to her husband to convince him to stay at home. She also wonders softly, who she also wonder and asks her husband softly, who gave you this idea to go to Yangon to make money and leave me behind. So her words were filled with longing, confusion, and deep love, as if she was holding on with everything she has actually. So this song is not just about asking him to stay at home with his wife. It is about the love that fears distance, that fears separation, that cares togetherness actually. So a heart that cannot imagine life apart, and a longing to remain together no matter what the world may have offered. So she is just using all those techniques because she believes in togetherness. She believes in living together with her husband, whatever income they have at home and whatever property or wealth they have at home. Togetherness is the best. So this is a key message that she wanted to give to her husband to stay at home. So this was just a quick overview of the song that we just listened. And it was sang during a symposium in Chicago where we are staying currently.
Yes, and you were there, and I was there, and Brother Tomal was organizing that symposium. I have to say thank you, Bishi Shukriya, to Mustafa Hala. Thank you to Auntie Mustafa, because she and Brother Liyakat and other Rohingya musicians taught me this song, Osham Rangoon, in November of 2024, when I spent 1 month in the Rohingya camps, or 1 month visiting the Rohingya camps in Cox's Bazar, Bangladesh, meeting with Rohingya musicians, including Auntie Mustafa and Brother Liyakat. And they and the other Rohingya musicians taught me this song, Osham Rangoon. I learned that song, and then I taught my colleagues here in the United States. And so because we knew this song, and because Hamid knows the song, we were able to play this song together with Hamid on our European instruments. And so I wonder how it feels to Auntie Mustafa to be hearing this Rohingya classic song on our different instruments, and also hearing this song that she taught me. How does it feel to hear this performance? Yasin, maybe you would like to translate this question.
What would you like to know from Auntie?
Oh, yeah. How does it feel to hear this song on these not Rohingya instruments? And how does it feel to hear this song played by the people who she taught, or played by me after she taught me this song?
जी शुक्रिया मामी तुम्हारे तो तुम्हें तो बहुत মানুষের গারাঙ্গা তা শিখাইদো আছে তোমার লই যেতে টম বাংলাদেশের মা দলইল তো টাইমিয়ার মাঝে তুমি ইবারে বডলা শিখাইদো আসো মিউজিকের বাবতেরিয়া আজগরি তো হন গান জিবাবু নিবা অতদে আরা হন যেটা আছি শিকাগো মাঝে এটা ইউনিভার্সিটি পা গাইতে গান তো আমি আসছিলাম টম আসিল তমাল আসিল আর অন্যান্য মানুষ সকল আসিল তো গানিবা ফোনি ওরে কেন লাগে তোমার তো গানিবা মাঝে তুমি দেখতে দে রোটার তাবলা বাজাই দে বাজনা বাজাই দে টমও বাজাইওয়া জীবক তোমার সাগরিত হলো এবার গানিবা ফোনি ওরে তোমার তো হইলা লাগে
খুশি লাগে বেশি খুশি লাগে শুকরিয়া লাগে বেশি শুকরিয়া কইজি বেশি খুশি লাগে দিলে তো
She feels really happy to hear this song, and she is greatly appreciative to you.
Thank you. And what does this song mean to her?
গানিবা এই তোমার কি বুঝাইতো চা তুমি গানিবার বাবতে আরো কিছু হনা গানিবা ফোনি হইলা লাগে গানিবা তোমার কি বুঝাইতো চা কি বুঝি পাচ্ছ জি মামি কথা বুঝানো এর
কথা জন্য ও পুতেরে ওয়াইফাই টেলিফোন নাই দিওয়া তালা বিশেষ সমস্যা হয়ে দিও
Well, I think she doesn't have stable connections.
Okay. So because it is getting later in the morning in Bangladesh, we are losing...
বেশি খুশি লাগে গানিবা দেখি আর আছে বেশি খুশি লাগে তো শুকরিয়া তারা ইবা গানিবা আরা গানি ইবা ইবা গানি ভালো গিয়ে তো ইবা এটা বাইয়ে তো আনার মতে হ্যাঁ সুন্দরী বেশি সুন্দরী তো গান
She is also saying then you both were practicing this song in Bangladesh.
Yes, we spent many hours together when I was learning this song, and she and the other musicians, Rohingya musicians, were so graciously teaching me. Because the hour is getting later, it's actually Saturday morning in Bangladesh, and the internet connections are never very stable in the camps, but especially as the day goes on, the hours get later, the connections get poorer. And so this will be a good time for us to wrap our live stream. But there are two things that we will do before then. First, I'd like to welcome board member Miran Choi to the stream to say a few words about Crossing Borders music.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in tonight to our live stream conversation. If this is your first time seeing us, we are Crossing Borders Music, and we are a multicultural organization of color that shares the stories and music of those whose voices are suppressed because of race, ethnicity, disability, gender, sexual orientation, other identity, or related trauma. And we do this through free, accessible programs such as this in community spaces in service and affirmation of our communities and collaborators. Our mission is to use music to promote the dignity of people from all cultures. And our intention in our conversation tonight is to share the stories and the pure artistry of Rohingya composers who have, as mentioned before, composed from the heart as the community faces continued persecution. We hope that this stream has been and continues to be informative for everyone. And I will hand it back off to Tom and Yasin, who will introduce the final video that we will share tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Miran. Yes, so with the hour getting late and the internet connections being unstable in the camps, let's end this live stream with one more song. But before that, special thanks to Tomal Hossain, to Yassin Arafat, and especially to Auntie Kamal Mustafa and Uncle Liyakat Ali for their amazing, not only musicianship, but their humanity and their stories that they shared with us. We are truly honored that they were able to join us for as long as the internet lasted and was stable. I had as I said, the pleasure and honor of spending 1 month in person in the camps with them, and I will carry them in my heart always and look forward to when we see each other again. If you would like to learn more about Rohingya music and the Rohingya musicians and Rohingya songs and listen to more, please go to crossingbordersmusic.org. We have a Rohingya music library with both many Rohingya songs, including all of the songs that you heard in this live stream, plus so many dozens of other songs. It's an incredible resource, and that also contains a lot of information about the musicians and about their stories and about Rohingya music. And lastly, I will introduce this last song called Making Lays of Flowers. It's a Rohingya folk song classic. Is there anything that you would like to share about this, Yassin, before we?
Would you like me to share about the song that we're gonna play, or just about the Rohingya melody?
Sure, if you would like to share about this song in particular, that would be wonderful.
Which song are we playing right now?
This is Making Lays of Flowers.
Duidari?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I have this open on my tab. Okay, so this song is also about love, and it says that we live together in unity, companionship. It describes a simple way of life where we depend on what we have, like getting milk from getting milks. I'm sorry for the distraction. Sorry. So getting milks, like getting milks from cows, and working with what is available to us, being one of the most persecuted minority in Burma. So in the same way, we nurture our love, just like we care for the things and belongings that we have, and we rely on by trying, working, and putting effort into those. So it shows that life is not something that simply exists on its own, but something that we build and grow through patience, care, and hard work. Together we share life, support each other, and show up for each other, continue to strengthen the community. So just before we play this song that I just have described about, so this is the song that we just play. So before we play this song, I just want to describe a little bit about the Rohingya melody actually. So the Rohingya songs are, well, I don't think Rohingya songs are not just the melody. This is a way that helps them actually to hold onto their memories, identity, and their history. So when they sing the Rohingya song, they carry the genocide that they faced back in Myanmar, and the nostalgical history, the nostalgical memories, and the suffering that they had been through in Burma. So their belief is simple, I think, and very powerful. Songs can preserve their histories when words alone are not enough. So the Rohingya women singers play a special role in this tradition, despite facing the cultural limit. You might be also aware of the cultural limit specifically for the women in this society. So despite facing the cultural limit, safety concern, and the hardship of the displacement, Auntie Mustafa, Kamal, there are also other Rohingya women singer like Auntie Mustafa. They continue to sing within their communities. Their voice express love, pain, suffering, and resilience, becoming quite a way to keep their culture alive. So this is just a quick overview of why the Rohingya women believe in songs and why they chose this journey to express their feelings, their suffering, and the genocide that they face back in their home, Myanmar, Burma, and the resilience. So this is just a little bit of the overview that I wanted to talk about the Rohingya melody. So you may move forward. Thank you. And thank you so much for tuning in.
Yassine, I couldn't imagine a better way to end this live stream than those beautiful comments that acknowledge the pain and the genocide and the suffering and the displacement, but also the beauty that we find in the music and that preservation and that identity and pride and perseverance. I could not have said that better myself. Thank you so much for spending this time with us, and thank you all for tuning in. Please enjoy this last song, Making Lays of Flowers, Duitare. Sorry.